think you know brutality. You think you know organized crime. But the truth is, the most vicious gangs in the world operate in a shadow you can't even imagine. They don't just break the law, they break the human spirit.
The violence is unprecedented. A clear act of terror. They are more powerful than the state.
Tonight, we expose the 3 most brutal crimes ever committed by the world's most feared gangs. These are not just the statistics. These are calculated acts of terror designed to send a message. A message written in blood, from the Machete attacks of MS-13 to the cold professional contract killings of the Russian Mafia and the public execution that exposed the global reach of the Ndrangheta. This is the true face of global terror. Chapter 1. MS-13, the Machete Massacre. Long Island, New York, a place where the American dream is supposed to be safe. But in 2017, this quiet suburb became the hunting ground for the most brutal gang in the world.
Mara Salvatrucha, or MS-13, is one of the most violent and dangerous gangs in the world.
Mara Salvatrucha, or MS-13, 11 gang members charged in connection with 5 separate murders carried out since last June. The crime was known as the Central Islip Massacre. 4 young men were lured into a wooded preserve. The reason? A simple, petty rivalry. The method? A brutal, ritualistic display of power. The victims were surrounded. The gang members, following the MS-13 code, used their signature weapon, the machete. This is not a quick death. It is a terrifying, drawn-out act of sadism designed to maximize fear.
No, I did it myself. Como te estoy diciendo, I did it myself, so ahora me toca a mí.
In those calls, Escobar also told her boyfriend she was really happy she brought them there.
Yeah, yo vine, yeah, pues yo hice todo. I brought them here.
Escobar is facing up to life in prison. Her sentencing is set for September 14th.
The machete is part of their identity. It's a Central American tool of agriculture turned into a weapon of terror. It's a statement. We are primitive, we are brutal, and we are everywhere. The massacre was not just a murder, it was a performance. The bodies were left mutilated, a clear warning to anyone who dared to cross the gang. The brutality was a recruitment tool, a way to prove their loyalty to the Devil's Army.
The depth of MS-13's reach is terrifying. They are operating in our suburbs, recruiting our children, and committing acts of terror.
The Central Islip Massacre was a wake-up call for America. It proved that the gang's brutal tactics, born in the civil wars of El Salvador, had fully metastasized into the heart of the United States. Chapter 2. Russian Mafia, the Hazmat Assassin. From the machete to the sniper rifle, the Russian Mafia, or Vory Vizakon, thieves in law, operates with a cold, professional brutality. Their crimes are not about territory. They are about billions of dollars in absolute power. In 2025, the world witnessed the shocking brutality of a Russian contract caught on CCTV. The target, a high-ranking mafia boss. The assassin, a ghost in a hazmat suit. The hazmat suit was not for protection from a virus. It was for protection from the evidence. A professional hit designed to leave no trace, no DNA, and no witnesses. This is the signature of the Vory. Clean, efficient, and utterly ruthless.
The Vory code is absolute. Betrayal is met with immediate, brutal finality. The hazmat suit is a metaphor for their isolation. They are untouchable, operating outside the rules of society.
The brutality of the Russian Mafia extends far beyond contract killings. They are involved in everything from arms trafficking to the brutal exploitation of the aluminum industry, where contract killings were a common business expense. The Vory's brutality is a calculated business decision. They eliminate rivals, silence witnesses, and enforce their will with a cold precision that makes them one of the most feared criminal organizations on the planet.
This man was on our wanted list. He's a fighter, a cruel and bloodthirsty person.
Chapter 3. Ndrangheta, the Duisburg Massacre.
What caught my attention was an incident that happened in Duisburg. We're speaking about mafia organizations as organizations that are defined by their political and economic power. So many years later, one of the people that had sued her at the time is now one of the people that has been arrested and is actually on trial in Italy. I am now much more aware of the fact that, of course, there is a big capacity problem in all of our countries to deal with this problem.
Germany, the heart of Europe, a place where the Italian mafia was supposed to be a ghost of the past. But in 2007, the Ndrangheta, Italy's most powerful mafia, delivered a brutal public reminder of their global reach. The crime was the Duisburg massacre. 6 men, all members of the rival Pelevotari clan, were gunned down outside a restaurant. The brutality was shocking, but the location was the message. The massacre was part of a decades-long feud between 2 clans from the small Calabrian town of San Luca. But by bringing the violence to Germany, the Ndrangheta exposed their terrifying strategy: to use terror to enforce their business interests across the entire continent. The Ndrangheta's brutality is rooted in their strict family structure. They are a blood oath organization. Betrayal is not just a crime, it is a desecration of the family name, punishable by the most brutal means imaginable. The Duisburg massacre was a turning point. It forced European law enforcement to finally acknowledge the terrifying power of the Ndrangheta, a power built on the brutal, calculated murder of their rivals. Chapter 4. The global brutality continues. The brutality of these gangs is not a relic of the past. It is a constant, evolving threat. The tactics change, but the core message remains the same: fear us or die. We're here to announce the arrest of 3 more MS-13 gang members who were in this country illegally. MS-13 continues to use the machete as a symbol of terror, their brutality a constant reminder of the civil war they brought to America's suburbs. The Russian Mafia continues to operate in the shadows, their contract killings a cold professional business expense in the global criminal economy. And the Ndrangheta, the silent killer, continues to use public acts of terror to enforce their will across Europe and the world. The brutality of these gangs is a mirror reflecting the darkest corners of our world. They are not just criminals, they are architects of terror, and their crimes have shaped the very landscape of global organized crime. We have exposed the Machete, the Hazmat assassin, and the public execution in Germany. But the truth is, the war against these brutal forces is far from over. If you want to see more stories that expose the darkness and fight for the light, then hit that subscribe button. Like this video and tell us in the comments, which of these brutal crimes do you find the most shocking? Your support keeps us on the front lines of the truth.